Well, as the NCAA's March Madness prepares to descend upon Indianapolis and Indiana, so too does the Indiana High School Athletic Association's Hoosier Hysteria, the boys basketball tournament. Bill Benner has more on this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill.
Gary, thanks. And the combination of madness and hysteria will certainly make Indiana the once and for all undisputed basketball capital of the universe. Yet even as the IHSAA prepares to stage its showcase tournament, it does so amid published reports of overzealousness in the adjudication of student athletes who seek to transfer from one school to the other. And joining us today to discuss both topics is the IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. And Paul, thanks for joining us.
Oh, certainly my pleasure to join you guys here today on this great show, but glad to be with you, Bill.
Well, Paul, again, a huge month coming up with March Madness taking place entirely in the state of Indiana. And of course, I know you've had to make some schedule adjustments to the boys state basketball tournament, including the state finals. Why don't you talk briefly about that?
Certainly, you know, we've worked with our partners in this, the Pacers and the Fever, and certainly had some communication with the NCAA, and to make all this fit in Indiana with all the basketball games that we have coming up the next month, that there was a little bit of give and take on everybody's part. And our partners came to us and asked if we could make an adjustment in our boys basketball state championships, and we were more than willing to do that because we felt it's so important to celebrate at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where we always do. So we've moved the boys tournament back 1 week. So we'll finish our semi-state on their traditional date, and we'll have 2 weeks then for our teams to prepare. 8 teams. They'll have 2 weeks to prepare for the state championship game to be held at Bankers Life on April 3rd. And we know at this point now that the NBA schedule has been released for the second half of the season that we will be contesting 4 games on that April 3rd date, but the time schedule is still to be announced.
Paul, it's been really a remarkable run going all the way back to the fall championships, and now we're wrapping up wrestling, boys swimming, girls swimming championships just a couple of weeks ago. I mean, the fact that all this has come together under the umbrella of COVID and the pandemic has been pretty remarkable.
It is, and I'm so proud of the work that our schools have done. If you go back to July 6th, when we were able to finally get back in touch with our student athletes at the school level, we had a lot of work to do, but we knew we could get it done. And, we had a great fall season and celebrated state championships, but here we are. We've moved past Christmas. We've gone on to the second half of the year. We just finished up girls swimming. We finished up wrestling last weekend. And this weekend, we're going to contest our boys swimming state championship at IUPUI, the Auditorium. And we're going to contest the girls state basketball championship starting with this Friday night. We'll have 1 contest and then 3 on Saturday. And we're here. We're going to celebrate state championships, and we're going to hang walnut on the wall at their schools once we're done. But it's just a tribute to the people in our buildings and communities and families of the work that's been done to get us to this point.
Paul, let's talk about this issue of transferring. I want to say that the question of transfers has been around since competitive athletics began, whether it's at the NCAA or high school level. Again, a published report this week critical of the IHSAA and how it handles transfer. But let's put it into perspective. You have 160,000 some student athletes competing in 22 IHSAA sports, but actually very few of those, when they transfer, reach the level of the IHSAA having to rule one way or the other.
And that's exactly right. By far, the transfers are handled at the school's part. The receiving school or the school that receives a new student, they start the transfer process. It's sent to the sending school or the school that the student left from. And it's really handled at that level. And the vast majority, we process on an annual basis approximately 4,000 transfers a year. And less than 1% of those transfers end up in no eligibility. And that's not something that we like. We hate that part of it. But the reality of it is we have to look at each transfer independently, and we got to make sure everybody's following the member rules that are established by our membership. We're here to provide oversight to that. And Bill, I would tell you that I've done this for quite a while, and while there's always heartache in it, I've not had anybody walk in the doors here yet and tell me they transfer for athletic reasons. So there's a process you have to go through that's not easy to try to get to the truth. And that's what we have to do with the transfer process. And again, it would be easy if everybody did everything above board, but we know that's just not the case. So we have to investigate and do our best.
And Paul,
Yes.
we got about a minute left. Basically, just explain, I mean, again, this is a rule passed by the membership, but the basis of the rule is to, I guess, to level the playing field and to make sure that nobody's trying to go out there and recruit other student athletes from schools.
That is exactly right. If you look at a metropolitan area such as Indianapolis area, there's 44 schools that a family could reach from one residence. And if there were no transfer rules, we would have a basketball teams of the month, and we'd have a 1A team of the best players in Indianapolis, and we'd have a 2A team of the next best players. And when you're in a school that's boundary-like, and I often talk about Shakamak High School, it's 20 miles to the next school. Their students are raised in that community. They stay in that community. They typically don't transfer in, and they have to have the dream of winning the state championship too. And to protect that dream, we've got to make sure everybody's doing things above boards. And the one thing I hate to talk about is we got coaches that are always looking in somebody else's backyard to see if they can bring kids in to their program. And what's sad about that is they're not taking care of the kids that are in their program. And the kid gets displaced, that means he doesn't get the experience of being a high school athlete in the state of Indiana.
Well, Paul, we certainly appreciate you coming on and giving your perspective on the transfer rule. And again, we all look forward to a great combination of Hoosier history with March Madness. Again, it's going to be a time like none we've ever seen here in Indiana. Best wishes to you going forward, and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you very much, Bill, and we appreciate the work that you guys do in your show of keeping the light on for kids across our state.
Appreciate it, Paul. And Gary, back to you.